Good afternoon folks, and welcome to another review video. Today we're going to be looking at the Seychelles Islands group, a new scenery by Fsdg Flight Sim Development Group. You may recall not so long ago they did Mauritius, and they've now done Seychelles. Now the Republic of the Seychelles actually consists of 115 islands on an archipelago off the coast of Africa, pretty much due south of Mauritius. It's about an hour and 50-minute flight between the two islands. So what we're going to do is, firstly, I'm going to take you through the install process. If you're a new Fsdg scenery owner for Flight Sim 2020, you'll need to know the method by which Fsdg installs the scenery and how they locate your community folder. There's a process to that, so I'm going to start by doing a quick explanation of what you need to do to make sure your install goes correctly and hopefully pretty smoothly. Right folks, installing the Fsdg Seychelles scenery. This method also applies to the Fsdg Mauritius scenery. This really is important whether you're a new customer or whether you already have their sceneries installed. First thing everybody's got to do, create a folder somewhere, either on your desktop or somewhere on your hard drive. Just call it Seychelles, open it up and it's empty. If you take the Fsdg Seychelles download, open it up, okay, you will see all of these files. Okay, so simply select them all, drag them into your created folder, which will take a few minutes. The reason this is because the install routine looks for certain files included in this zip, and if you just hit the install file itself, just extract the install file itself and run it, you'll get an error message because it won't be able to find what it's looking for, so the install will fail. So first thing is, as I said, is to create yourself a folder on the desktop or somewhere. Take the zip file, install all of the files from the zip file into that folder, and you can do that. If you're a first-time user of Fsdg sceneries in Flight Sim 2020, you need to run this batch file first. Okay, what it will do, it looks for your flight simulator installation. So if I run it, okay, I don't have the Steam edition, but it's found my area there. It's found my correct path. Okay, once it's done that, it knows where to install. So then you can press any key, wait a couple of seconds, probably about 10-20 seconds, and the installer will start. Good idea to turn off any antivirus or any other software like that that interferes, so you get a clean install. So having done that, as I said, it should install quite straightforward enough, no problem at all. If you already have Mauritius or any other Fsdg scenery already installed in Flight Sim 2020, then potentially all you really need is the install file, this one. Okay, you can extract that to the desktop and run it, and during the install you should be able to see it should find your folder. Now that I've installed mine, and also I've got Mauritius as well, if I run it, always run as administrator. Obviously I'm not going to complete this because I've already done it, but just to show you, give it a few seconds to get itself going. So there we are. Okay, you'll get this install. You can simply minimize this, click next, agree to the terms, click next, fill in your details, and hit next. And then after you've done that, you should see that it's found your correct folder here. See users, my folder, app data, local packages, Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's actually found my community folder, and it also gives you a warning here as well, if you haven't done it, to look at the PDF that they include in that folder about how to do it, and then hit next and the install should start. So if you do that before you install it, you should get a nice clean install with no trouble at all. So here you go, that's the method of how to install the Fsdg Seychelles scenery, which also applies to Mauritius, and all being well you should get a clean install with no problems. Second thing to tell you that as of today, Thursday 1st of July, the current version is version 1.1. Now when I bought the scenery a few days ago it was version 1. And actually when I came back to have a look at this to start the review, I couldn't get the airport to load. Did a reinstall and a removal, had all sorts of problems. Suddenly it wasn't there anymore. So I went back and did a fresh download from the Fsdg online site store, which is where I bought it. You may have got it from SimMarket. It's available on SimMarket at the moment. And if you have, that's fine, but the current version as of today is version 1.1. So I did a fresh download and installed that, and it seems to have worked. So what you're looking at is pretty much what I should have. We're at Mahe International Airport, Foxtrot Sierra India Alpha, and my plan is to have a look at the 3 of the main inner islands: Mahe, this one you're looking at now, Praslin, Foxtrot Sierra Papa Papa, and Frigate, Foxtrot Sierra Sierra Foxtrot. I'll put the map up shortly so you can see them. We're going to have a look at those as well. Then after we've had a look at those, I plan to have a look at 4 of the outer islands: Dennis, Foxtrot Sierra Sierra Delta, Bird Island, Foxtrot Sierra Sierra Bravo, Plat or Plata, Foxtrot Sierra Papa Lima, and Diaros, Foxtrot Sierra Delta Alpha. We'll have a quick look at those islands so you can get an idea of just how big this scenery is. It's a 4.1 gig download and take a little while to install, but looks literally, as you're looking at now, they've done their usual amazing job to bring this area to life. The download purchase from SimMarket and from their site is €30. And people often say, you know, why such a high price? But remember, you're getting all of these, pretty much all of these islands. You're getting a huge scenery here, not just Mahe Airport and the island, the main island, and the Victoria town, but you're getting 15, 16 other airports and a whole spread of islands. So it's a huge scenery, and in my opinion that's what makes it worth the price. So thank you for joining me. This may be a lengthy review. I'll try to keep it as short as I can, but I need to show you as much as I can, and also at the different lighting conditions. We're going to use a helicopter because it's easier to have a look at close quarters. Okay, so let's get going with the review. Let's have a look at Mahe, Seychelles International Airport at close quarters, and the island and the bits and pieces, and the real crux of this review. So welcome to the main island, Mahe. This is Mahe International. Victoria is the main town. We're going to start by doing a little pan across the airfield here, and let's just have a look and see what it looks like. So as you can see, nice detail, layout looks good. There's some static aircraft which are included in the download. Some low resolution ground textures, but not a problem at all really. It looks really nice. Emirates, there's 777-300 there. There's a regular flight that goes there. Very nice, huge runway. I'll put the specs of the airport up. It does look nice. Looks very, very nice indeed. So it's midday. Obviously I've removed all the weather so you get a good clear view of the scenery and what's here. But to begin with, they've done a nice job. Looks very nice. So there's your Air France 747 sitting there. It's a 100 series, no wingtips. Looks nice. Done that pretty well, no problems there, no complaints. Air Seychelles 737 there, 300 or 400, or could be a 500, I'm not sure. But that looks pretty nice too. And an A320 Neo in the colours of DHL. So just panning across the airport, getting a bit lower here. As you can see, nice attention to detail. Some nice static aircraft there. Just pan across the front of the main terminal. If you chaps, any of you have the same scenery for FSX or P3D, you'll see that it's very, very similar, but actually looks quite nice in FS2020. So let's have a quick look at the terminal area and layout at dusk. So it's 5:15 in the evening local time. As you can see, the lights have come on. It's sunset. Looks quite nice. So we just pan across the terminal area here. Lighting's perfectly adequate, excellent. So let's have a close look inside, see if there's anything done inside the terminal. To begin with, that looks quite nice, especially on the ground floor. Let's go inside. So as you can see, terminal's been partially developed inside, but not completely. But that's okay. That gives you quite a nice illusion. That looks perfectly acceptable. Just looking in the other direction, come down to ground level, you can see here you get the illusion of what's inside the terminal. So let's have a look towards the airport runway. As you can see, you've got excellent ground lighting, no problem at all. The runway's quite nicely lit. I don't see any blue airfield edge lights, which is what you normally have on most international airports. Could be that Mahe doesn't have them. But just as with most things, most sceneries, if they're good sceneries, they look stunning during the darkness or dusk or dawn hours. And there you get a nice view of the terminal area. And there you've got the town of Victoria in the distance. So let's have a quick look at night time. So there you go, it's a nice view of the terminal at night time. It's 7 PM local time. And the sun goes down pretty early in these latitudes. As you can see, the terminal area is well lit, the runway's well lit, taxiways are okay, they're well marked by the green lights, and you've got the visual approach slope indicators either side of the runway. So looks nice, looks perfectly nice. But this part of the world, when it's night time, it really does get night time, so it looks very dark, and actually what you're looking at is what it should really look like. Tropics get very dark when the darkness hours come. They're looking towards the city. Once again, completely darkness. So let's have a quick look at dawn. So 5:30 in the morning. Let's go up a little bit. As you can see, looks very similar to what it looks like at dusk, although the timing is different. Got a cruise ship out in the bay there. There's the airport. Looks quite nice, no problem at all. Looks very nice, more than acceptable. So I want to let's bring the dawn up a little bit more. So there we are, 6 AM local time, the sun's up, and the airport and the island is bathed in beautiful sunlight. Another cruise ship out in the distance there. Again, looking towards the city. Beautiful, very, very nice. So I want to do a quick helicopter tour over the island, just very quickly, so you can have a look at the island terrain and see what they've done, and then we'll have a look at some other islands. So here we are on the helicopter. It's still dawn, 6 AM. I'm just going to swim round, go out over the sea and have a look at the islands quickly, and then climb, hopefully high enough to get over the main island and you can have a look. Go, it's climbing nicely. Gonna just go and spin over that island really quickly. Very nice, you can see the lagoons and the shoals, the way this has been done. Looks really very nice. So as you can see, the shoals, the waves, just the way the scenery has been painted, looks very nice. It's certainly as good as the P3D version, if not better. Very pleased with it. It's a nice beach down there. So coming up on 1,000 feet. Still climbing. There's a nice beach. Looking down towards the city and the airport. Still climbing. Just want to get reasonably sort of high up over the middle part of this island, just so you can see. I'm not going to spend too long because you've got an awful lot to see in this scenery. Very nice down there. Very, very nice. So coming up over the forest. I think this is beautiful. I like FSDG scenery, they do a lot. You get a lot for your money, certainly in projects like this. And be aware they've recently released Cape Town, which should be a stunner. But there you get a view just further on from the airport. From high altitude now, we're over 2,000 feet. It's beautiful, very, very nice. Nice view overhead the airport there. So you can see the attention to detail, what they've done here with the shoals. This is beautiful. It's very, very nice. Ships, harbour over there. Very nice indeed. So there you have it. Just a quick run round Mahe International on the main island of the Seychelles. So now let's have a look at another island. We're going to go to Praslin and see how that is. So I'll come back to you in a minute. So here we are again, it's 7 AM dawn, and we're looking at the airport of Praslin, or Praslin, I'm not sure which way you say it. Foxtrot Sierra Papa Papa. And this island is approximately 45 miles northeast of Mahe, so it's certainly within a Cessna or a helicopter trip. A nice little layout, good runway. You've even got the airport fence line and the palm trees, and first look, it looks really nice. Some other islands nearby, very nice beach there too. Lots of things to explore here. Cruise ship and a boat in the bay there, and another island nearby. And just looking to the east down the coast there. Very, very nice. So let's have a close look at the airport. So once again, nice attention to detail. It's lovely buildings there. There's my helicopter. Got a few bits, little bits of ground clutter. And there's the de Havilland DH6, I think it is. And correct me if I'm wrong. Again, you've got evidence of beautiful tropical location here. Got these great big plants. And we're just sort of after dawn, so the lights are still on. But it does look really nice. Runway has approach lighting, as you can see there. There's the airport fence line. Nice runway, and for some reason this airport has the blue edge lights, whereas Mahe didn't for some reason. Maybe have a quick look at dusk. So there's the apron layout at dusk. Lights are on. Plenty of ambient lighting. Looks very nice. No problem at all there. So looking southeast over the bay, as you can see, lighting's perfectly acceptable, runway lighting's good, and the ramp lighting too. So just looking to the north, you can see the threshold of runway 15 in the distance there, and the lighting around the location generally looks fine. As I say, lots to explore, looks really good. So 6:45 AM, just, it looks lovely. Interesting, little anomaly there. You've got the baggage cart with wheels, but if you zoom away just a little bit, the wheels disappear. And we've also got a baggage cart under there. Not sure if that's the right place for it to be, but you know, these are little things, really nothing to write home about. Looks very nice. So there you go, one final look at the airport from the west looking eastwards. There's the terminal area there, nice long runway and a beautiful beach, very nice. So let's have a look at the third of the inner islands that I want to show you, see whether it's what it's like. We're going to go to Frigate or Frigate, Foxtrot Sierra Sierra Foxtrot. Well, here we are at Frigate Island, Foxtrot Sierra Sierra Foxtrot, and as you can see, it's a grass strip. Here it is, and there's my helicopter. I was quite surprised when I suddenly found myself parked in the grass. Interesting little place. Runway doesn't look too long either, so it's probably not going to be a jet. It's most certainly not going to be a jet, but you should be able to get a light aircraft in here. Some interesting features here. Not entirely sure what they are, but I'm sure they're faithfully recreated. Again, a beautiful island, just nicely done. Just really adds to the scenery. It's very, very nice. Don't think we've got anything at night or in the darkness hours, but let's just have a quick look at dusk over the runway here. Alright, as you can see, night lighting is very minimal here. It's 5:25 in the evening, just after dusk. Can't see any runway lighting, so you'd be hard pushed to land here during the night or the darkness hours. As you can see, the houses are lit. Lovely place maybe to spend the night and watch the sun go down, but really not a great place to go flying into during the darkness hours. Let's check it out at early dawn. Okay, it's 5:30 in the morning, the sun's just coming up, and as you can see, we've got lovely reflections on the buildings there. There's the runway, which is usable at this time of the day, so you're going to have to plan your flights carefully. So there's an overview of the island for you from a distance. There's the runway, some nice beaches. It's very, very nice. Okay, next we're going to have a quick look at Dennis, Foxtrot Sierra Sierra Delta, and see what that looks like. So welcome again. Here we are at Dennis Island, which is also another of the inner islands. As you can see, I'm in the grass again, grass strip that literally bisects the island, cuts it in half. This is an overview. Looks very, very nice. Again, it's been they've added some nice detail here. It looks really a nice place to go flying into. The beaches and the shoals look excellent. Let's get a little bit close up, have a look at some of the buildings and see what's here. interesting. I'm not sure, it looks like a fuel dump there. Might be fuel, I'm not sure. It's got air written on it. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is an air hose, so it's not fuel as such for the for anybody that lands here, but tucked away into the woods very nicely. Let's just pan out across the strip. There's where my helicopter positioned when I entered this airport into the search bar. Nice buildings, everything pretty basic, but it works. And some more buildings there nestled in amongst the undergrowth. Doesn't look like you can get any fuel here. Again, it's fairly basic, you know, this is just a sort of basic island, but it looks very nice, very pleased with it, very acceptable. Got a cliff situation there, which is actually typical of the simulator, not really a problem with Fsdg, just the way sometimes it works, unfortunately. Looks better than that direction. So a last look at the island from another direction there. Very, very nice. No complaints on that at all. So let's go and have a look at one of the outer islands where there probably isn't an awful lot, but they do exist. As I said, there's an awful lot to see out here. Let's have a look at Plata, Foxtrot Sierra Papa Lima. Well, welcome to Plata Island, or Plat Island, Foxtrot Sierra Papa Lima, and as you can see, this is beautifully done. Look at the shoals here. My helicopter is right there, and as you can see, this is kind of like a sand runway, but a beautiful location. Just look at the way that has been painted. Looks lovely, absolutely wonderful. So looking down the runway there, of course, here you can see we've got a windsock. There's the island hut and a few plants and my helicopter. Very nice. Very basic, not much there, but there it is. Very, very nice. Again, I'm pretty much doubting that there's going to be any way you can safely fly in here at night. It's going to be a case of getting in here before dusk or after, or well after dawn, I should think. Another look down the runway. We've got a couple of buildings here hidden amongst the foliage for you to have a look at, but I really like the way this has been done. This is a typical tropical island paradise. It's very, very nice. So that's Plat Island for you. Very different from the other ones we've just looked at, but again, nice, very nice to explore. So another island I'm going to look at now is Diaros, Foxtrot Sierra Delta Alpha. So here are again, this is the island of Diaros, D''A''R''O''S, it's Foxtrot Sierra Delta Alpha, another little island strip, which is again a grass, sort of a grass strip, small island surrounded by beaches, again beautifully done, looks really, really nice. So that's a close-up look. There you go, again fairly basic. Little cover there to shield you from the sun, a couple of baggage carts and a vehicle to take you wherever you need to go, and a fire point, very nice. And as you can see, there's some kind of human habitation here. Got some buildings, again hidden amongst the foliage. Going out towards the beach. Very nice. And one or two smaller islands there offshore, which you could explore if you were going to use this as a base. Very lovely. Couple more bits and pieces there out on the beach. And a beach hut for you. Very nice indeed. And there you go, a few islands and bits and pieces offshore to explore as well. So there you go, that's the island of Diaros, Foxtrot Sierra Delta Alpha. Another grass strip for you to explore. Lastly, I want to look at Bird Island, which is also a well-known habitat in the Seychelles. So let's have a look at Bird lastly. And we'll do, if it's interesting enough, we'll do a quick flight in the helicopter. So here we are, this is Bird Island, Foxtrot Sierra Sierra Bravo, known for its bird wildlife obviously. Again, a smallish island, but the runway's a bit longer, so you might have a little bit more help with this one. Again, beautiful beaches, nice coastline the way it's been done. There's a couple of cruisers out there in the bay, one here and another one there. Beautifully done lagoon style water. Absolutely gorgeous. So there you go. You got a couple of got a twin otter there in the grass, a few bits and pieces. Let's go have a look at some of these buildings. Very nice. On stilts, as you can see. Actually, we've got some lampstands here. So how about we have a quick look at dusk and see what this looks like at dusk. Well, 5:20 in the evening, it's dusk. Don't see any lighting, unfortunately. Although once again, it's a beautiful place to look at this time of the day or night. Right, there is some lighting, really just a little bit, but not much at all. I'll go a bit higher. So you can see just little bits and pieces. It's 20:05 in the evening. The surrounding area looks beautiful. God, you could have fun taking photographs out here, even in the scenery. Stunning. Island on the horizon there. But all in all, not much going on at dusk, and probably not much at night time either. Well, I stand corrected. Just thought I'd bung it into darkness. And look, we do have some lighting. Obviously it comes on at a certain time, but very nice indeed. So there you have it. There is Bird Island, which looks really nice. So I'm going to do one more, which looks interesting because there seems to be a train attached to it. We're going to look at Fariha, Foxtrot Sierra Foxtrot Alpha, and then we'll go back to Mahe, and I will run a conclusion. Well, here we are, lastly having a look at Fariha Island, Foxtrot Sierra Foxtrot Alpha. As you can see, we've got an asphalt runway and a pad to be able to sit on. My helicopter is right there, and here you can see you've got this chain that literally goes right the way down. This could be fun to explore, to see what it's about. Got a little tanker out in the bay there. Beautifully done, very nice. So let's have a close-up look. So here we are on the pad at the other end of the runway. Again, it's a short strip, so you need to be pretty careful. Just a couple of interesting things to see here. This bus looks really just like a placard. If I show you this now, looks okay there, but as you can see, it's got no interior, it's not been completed. So another little bug perhaps for Fsdg to fix. But again, it's a minor criticism. I'm sure these will be sorted out. I started out with version 1 of this scenery and then went to download it again and install it again after the problems I had, and found that they'd actually made version 1.1 available, so they're probably going to update it in even further. We'll see. Once again, beautiful beaches looking out to sea. Typical paradise. Lovely. Just looking down the runway, which is quite narrow, to be honest. Really quite narrow. So how about we get in the chopper and have a little look here, because this looks like it might be a little bit interesting. So let's get in the helicopter and fly down the chain and see what we can see. See literally no wind today, so that'll do. So we're picking up some speed, and that looks like a crashed aeroplane. Yes, it is. It's a Dakota. Is yep, one scratch, one Dakota. So a couple of little anomalies there in the way the scenery gets drawn. But to be honest, it doesn't really spoil my enjoyment. Let's go down the chain here and have a little look. Again, you can see the way the shore's been done, the water mask, very, very nice. Again, a bit of texture popping, but that's common to many sceneries as they start to load, particularly the ones that are... this is a shipwreck. It's not a ship in the bay, it's a wreck. Nice one. Very nicely done. There you go. So let's just have a quick whiz down here. And see what we can find. Beaches look a little bit better on the western side, actually. But you know, the whole thing looks great. It's a monumental piece of work, considering that I'm just scratching the surface here. There's something like 115 islands in the chain, and Fsdg have done their best to cover many of them, and they all look a little bit unique. And clearly there are things to be discovered. We found a crashed Dakota, and we found the wreck of a ship a few hundred yards off the coast of this island. So this is Fariha Island, Foxtrot Sierra Foxtrot Alpha. Could be another wreck up there. But again, very tastefully done. I love the way they have done the water mask, making the shoals looking the way they do. Beautiful. Very nice. I mean, generally the ground textures are low resolution in many of the islands in this scenery. It's understandable. I should imagine if they up the resolution, we'd be into some pretty massive downloads. If any of you have looked at my review of the Island Creations high resolution scenery for Tenerife that I did, you'll see, I mean, their premium download were 56 gigs to achieve what they were achieving. So imagine how much of a download this would be if Fsdg did the same thing. But you know what? I would do it. I'd go for it. If they did it, I'd go for it. Anything for realism. This looks like another wreck. Could be a military one. A naval one rather. Does look like a navy ship. Has to be a wreck because it wouldn't be that close inshore. Actually no, it's a tanker. Yeah. So a quick sortie over to this island, see if there's anything on this. Looks like a nice little island. Lovely, nice beaches. Yeah, nice. There we are, nice landing on the beach, my first beach landing. Okay, nice little island. And nothing crazy to write home about, but just very, very nice. Just a little look back at the island chain there towards Fariha Airport, which is over here. There's the wreck of the tanker, and it's dusk in the evening obviously, and the sun is going down, and there's something here. I don't know, there must be Easter eggs, things to explore here. And there I am flashing away on the beach. Not literally, you understand. So there you go, that's Fariha Airport and the island chain that goes with it. It's a beautiful scenery. The whole thing is a beautiful scenery. As I said, masses, 115 airports or so. And look, you've got wave action here. Isn't this nice? Beautiful. Right, you know, I'm going to wrap up the review there because it can get a bit boring. But suffice it to say, there is so much to explore here. Whether you want to use a helicopter or a light aircraft, there is so much to explore. I'm going to put the map up that they show you, that they include with the download, and you get a chance to see just what's available. Absolutely incredible. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope this review has been helpful. Please remember to make sure that you prepare your installation correctly before you start installing, and I'd recommend turning off antivirus and things like that just for the install and then turn them back on afterwards. Keep an eye on their website and on their Facebook page. This is version 1.1 of the scenery. They did release version 1. There's a good chance they may be adding a few another update. I'm not certain. I'm going to hopefully next week maybe have a look at Cape Town. We'll see. But I'm a big supporter of Fsdg. Sceneries are really good. Lots, and they include lots for you to see. So look out in the near future for a flight from Mauritius down to the Seychelles in the 320, and that should be fun. So once again, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this review. I'm going to list everything in the credits, download size, all the bits and pieces, and again, make sure to have a look at the install instructions before you go ahead and install this. But would I recommend this? Yes, absolutely, especially for the amount of scenery you get in it. It's huge. So thanks again to Fsdg providing us with yet another wonderful paradise. And this is Lee, Virtual Airline Pilot, saying thank you, bye for now. I will see you in the next video. Take care, bye bye.